and welcome to the What the Nuck podcast, the podcast for Canucks fans. I'm your host, Ridey, alongside my good friends and co-hosts, Prabby.
Hello.
And Gunny. Well, boys, we're 2 games into the preseason here. We're going to be going through the first game they played against the Calgary Flames, where Vancouver got fucking torched. Did you guys watch that game?
I see what you did there. Torched. Flames.
Yeah, little pun.
Really?
Yeah. Look at this
I'm
guy.
on today.
He's
I'm
out
on
there.
today.
Canucks weren't on that game. It was an AHL team. We had who's our best player on that one?
Pia
Suter?
maybe?
Pia
Oh,
Suter?
sorry, yeah, I guess.
Most
That was
like
the most
established, I'd say, was Pia Suter.
Pia Suter against Jonathan Huberdeau, Nazem Kadri, their entire defensive core, and Jacob Markstrom.
Mackenzie Weegar wasn't playing, I'm pretty sure.
Mackenzie Weegar wasn't. Never mind then.
Yeah.
Would have been 12-0.
But that's still fucking... that's still absurd, man. They iced their whole lineup. I don't blame them, too, after how last
Was a
year
home
went.
game.
Yeah,
They-
true. But especially after how last year went, like, you iced, like... Was it their whole top 6? Like,
Believe
5 out of 6
so.
of their top 6?
Yeah.
I don't blame them. But holy shit, 10-0's absurd.
Yeah.
I don't know, like,
Shouldn't
when...
be happening.
Yeah, so I don't know how this works, like, when they post the lineups. I don't know if, like, Vancouver knows that lineup going in. Obviously, like you said, it's a home game. So, for fans that are paying to go see a preseason game, like Calgary, Edmonton last night, right? Like, they're
Yeah.
going to be putting in their top 6 so people come to watch them. However, Vancouver was just like, hey, they're going on the road. We got to see how our boys play. And they sent literally the Abbotsford Canucks out there.
Sent whoever they could.
Outside
to
of like
Calgary,
Pia
yeah.
Suter, like Matt Irwin, a couple other depth guys.
Yeah.
Dakota Joshua, right? Yeah, they got worked the whole game. Like it wasn't. It's a really tough game to judge. You can't even judge Höglander and like guys like Pog Colson in that one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because they're getting outmatched by guys that they would realistically never play in the NHL unless they get caught on a bad shift.
Yeah. No, while also they're also like inexperienced. Like if you're Höglander or anybody, you're probably not playing with 2 other guys who haven't played against these guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like Höglander's probably gonna play with Pettersson to start
Yeah,
the season off.
Even like
Yeah.
fourth lines would have more experience than that did.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I don't know what decision they made, and like I know people are saying you shouldn't, but it's Canucks. Like we're insane.
Maybe the big guys are just like, I don't want to go to Calgary.
They don't have a choice.
Oh, you're telling me they don't have a choice?
They don't have a
No
choice.
way.
They don't have a choice. They're like talking. No, not Calgary. I'll go to Seattle. Maybe.
I'd rather go to Edmonton. No, but like
Seattle.
I'd rather go to Edmonton than Calgary. You know?
Eastern road trip? No, I'm busy.
Preseason, I feel like they probably have a say in preseason.
I think to say is just, hey, they're the vets. Let's not send them. Send the rookies out to Calgary. Like who the fuck wants to go to Calgary? Send them out there. It just sucks that it was the first game. We haven't watched hockey in like 5 months. We saw the young stars, but like obviously we're gonna overreact.
It was literally Calgary returning the favor. Like we fucking shellacked them at Young Stars 7-1, and then the vets were like, "Oh, they did this to our boys. Here
Yeah.
we go,
They just
10-0."
popped 10 on us. It was not even close. The game was not worth watching. It was a slaughter.
Yeah, like there was a couple.
The thing that sucks, sorry, the only part that actually mattered is Seelovs was in that.
Yeah,
Which
he got
gave me
fucking
good old
shelled.
Mikey DiPietro vibes.
He got
when we
shelled.
threw him
Against
to
San
the
Jose.
Wolves 3 years ago against San Jose when they were good.
Yeah.
And they just slammed him for 7 goals, and they kept him in for all 7. They mercifully pulled Seelovs after 7
Yeah,
goals.
I remember that.
But it was that's the only thing. Like, it probably shook the man's confidence.
That was also less than a week after fucking DiPietro lost the gold medal at the World Juniors
Yeah,
in overtime.
Couple L's in a week.
Yeah. Scored on by Canucks prospect Tony Uutinen at the time.
What
No.
the fuck?
This guy's got
Yeah.
the tism, man.
Deep cuts only.
No, but like you were saying, like we hadn't watched Canucks hockey in so long, and it felt
Yeah.
like, you know, you were going into the game, you're like, oh my god, Canucks hockey's back, and then like after the game, you're like, oh my god, Canucks hockey's back.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing. Like, season starts now.
Yeah.
Structure. 10 fucking
Structure.
nothing.
I didn't see any structure in that game.
It's not something we need to worry about or anything, but
Sauced.
overall, just absolutely fucking hilarious. It happened. Set us on fire for 2 days.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
But
it was nice.
another good pun, by the way.
It was
Even
funny
me too.
seeing people just being like, how much of the Canucks like look into this loss or anything like shit like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a preseason game. It's 10-0. Happy, you know, not actually happy, but Flames fans were fucking parading for the first couple days there.
Yeah, they're not going to win the cup this year, so
Hey,
they
if
gotta
I
cheer
shit
about
in a team
something.
10-0, they were near the end of it. So,
Yeah, they would. It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
It's you know what, 10-0. If anything close to this happens October 6th, then I'd be worried. When we're taking on the Flames with basically our established lineup
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
point.
Well, what happened with the real lineup? Because we got another game.
Well, Are we gonna skip? I just wanted to mention a couple of things here quickly.
That's why I don't host.
Yeah, just as far as like the defense that played in this game, again, it was mainly all AHL guys. So Jet Wu was playing, Jack Rathbone was playing.
Noah Juleson had an awful showing.
Yeah, Noah Juleson was there. So like these guys are going to be playing tonight against the Seattle Kraken, for the from what we know for the most part. It just goes to show though, like again, I know this is like the baby Canucks and there's like a lot of excuses we're bringing out here right now, but Jack Rathbone, he was a -3. Jet Wu was a -5. Like forget about it. But like Jack Rathbone has fallen so much in the defensive depth chart for Vancouver.
Yeah.
Like I still think he's an okay defender, but he just might be a career AHL guy now at this point.
I think was it Josh or John Marino?
John
Marino.
John
Yeah.
Marino. At least I asked this time instead of butchering it. I was going to say Josh. Anyways, John Marino, when he was available, we were saying, and I think there's rumors or maybe just fans talking about trading Rathbone for him, but we didn't want to. Or maybe it was after Ty Smith, that's why it's on my mind, got waived today. So that was kind of the conversation. But like before we were talking about trading him as like a good prospect for a player, like now it's like
You can't trade him.
there's nothing. There's nothing.
Yeah,
right?
no, there's
He's waiver eligible if he even comes up, which is doubtful that he even does.
Yeah.
So I think it's the end of the line for like thinking of him as a prospect.
Yeah.
In our team, at least.
Oh, yeah. He's not a
100%,
prospect. No.
Guy like Hirose, McWard definitely matter.
Oh, there's a
Will
like
Lannan.
there's so many.
Lannan's
Will Lannan.
older.
Yeah, he's
I'd be-
older, but like he'll
I'd
actually
take
have a
him
chance
over
to make the
Rathbone,
team.
yeah.
All these
Rathbone-
guys are ahead of him.
Maybe in 2-3 years something clicks for him, but yeah, for now like it's kind of dead in the water. There's no real Rathbone supporters anymore.
No.
Yeah, no. The only other thing too out of this game, at least for Flames fans, like obviously they're probably excited. Coronado got a hat trick. Huberdeau got 2 goals. Again, it's a Pat Saturday night for these guys.
Yeah.
Nothing more to say out of it. Onto the cuts from the camp so far for preseason. These are just a couple of the notable names so far. Defenseman Hunter Brzustewicz. I always fuck that
I
guy's
think it's
name up.
Bruskowitz.
Bruskowitz sounds better. I
Yes.
have no clue.
Let's just say Hunter again until someone says it right.
He's
Yeah.
like 10 letters and like 2 of them are vowels, I think. I would even attempt it.
Yeah, defenseman Sawyer Minio.
Yep.
Defenseman Kirill Kudryavtsev.
Sawyer Minio got a contract, though.
Yep.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
get a contract. Yeah.
Sawyer and Ty Young both got
Yeah.
contracts.
Yeah, goalie Ty Young. Yeah, Mark Gacom got cut recently, and then forward Vilmer Alriksson, the 6'6" giant from Sweden. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
all realistic cuts that were gonna happen. Yeah, no, nothing really to say outside of that.
I know it just happened today, but if we're talking about cuts,
Do you want to
Spencer Martin.
Yep, that's true.
Welcome to Tampa Bay, buddy.
Yeah,
so
That's
he
how
got-
it's going.
He got put on waivers today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to trade him for a bit. Like he was pulled out of practice or
Yeah.
training camp like
Yeah, he's-
4 days ago.
Yeah.
There's talks of him going to Colorado because they're going to need a goalie until Francouz is stop being Francouz, who's injured all the time. But he's on waivers today, and Vasilevsky just got injured, and they have literally 0 goalie depth, I've heard. So
Yeah.
they'll probably pick him up or should pick him up. But yeah, for now, Spencer Martin, he's on waivers to go to AHL. I'm going to say it's 50-50 on whether he actually gets picked up, but
Yeah.
I think he might.
I think teams might look around the league first, like keep looking around and see if there's something better.
Well, it costs nothing for them to just pick him up.
That's
Take a
true.
flyer on him, you
Make
might
the-
as well.
make the claim and then
That is
waive
true.
him yourself if you don't want
It's
him.
better than whatever. What's his name? Johan Johansson for fucking Tampa
Johan
Bay.
Johansson, lovely name though.
Great
a
name. Yeah,
lovely
that's
name.
an all-time name.
He's great because I picked him up in fantasy for the first 2 months while Vasilevsky is resting up. So fair enough. Johan, the future of Tampa.
There you go. Yeah, so on to the Canucks
go.
versus Oilers recap
Down the
here.
road, Edmonton, baby.
Yeah, this is game 1 of the 7-game series here, basically, eh?
Huh?
Against Edmonton, we play them like 4 times through these 2 weeks here.
Oh,
We play them
yeah,
one
because
more
we
time
play
in
them.
the preseason, then we have a home and home.
I think it was
Against
J-Pat
them.
who said, it was just made me chuckle. It's honestly probably not that funny, but he said Draisaitl should be suspended for the first 2 games of the year for his slash.
Yeah, I saw
on him
that,
on.
yeah.
And I was like, I had a
Which-
hearty chuckle. I was like, why just 2 games? And then it clicked. I was like, oh.
By the way, that happened in the second period. That was a dirty fucking slash. Like, that wasn't just like a... Like, that was a fucking...
Is there
heater of a
something
slash.
behind the scenes with Edmonton and fucking Vancouver? Because I swear to God, every time they play, it just seems like a lot more cheap shots than you'd usually
It was
see.
dude. It was a chippy game. It felt like a legitimate like.
I think they're just a
regular
chippy
season
team
game.
in general. Like Draisaitl has always been a little pissy. And like
Yeah.
when he gets like on, then like he just does that kind of stuff. Like we only watch Edmonton games. Well, I personally watch them
when we play against them.
I kind of watch them sometimes, but majority of the time it's just chippy games, right?
Yeah.
But no, like, in this game, like Joshua lays out Janmark. And then after that, I don't know if that's why some of the Oilers were like, what the fuck? Like, dude, McDavid was going at Joshua for a little bit.
McDavid
Joshua
started the game off just going at Joshua.
Yeah.
Which was
so I don't know
really
if
weird
like
to see.
Joshua said something or was just being a bit of a prick or something. I don't know, man. But
Probably.
like, it was just a chippy game all around. Like, yeah, I did not like that slash against Amon. Speaking of Amon, though, his line with Teddy Bluger, Amon, and Studnicka played amazing.
The Blugster.
Dude, yeah, I can't talk enough about Teddy Bluger, man.
I haven't shut up about him.
Literally stuck on McDavid like glue, man. He couldn't get off of him. Tried to say leave him alone. He just kept going. And like, man, he would steal the puck from him. Like McDavid was getting frustrated with him at that point.
Is this the McDavid stopper?
This is the McDavid
This
stopper.
is
The
the new.
showstopper.
This is
Teddy
the new
Bluger.
Cole Castles. The
No,
McDavid stopper. No, I'm just saying. Remember in junior, Cole Castles just shut down McDavid in like the Memorial Cup, and he's Vancouver's property. So
Hasn't
everybody was
suited
just
up
hyped.
since.
Dude, I don't think he played
Property.
a fucking game in the show.
Yeah.
You know?
Bring him up just for the Edmonton games.
No, because I'm pretty sure. I think in preseason they played, and he just fucking torched Castles. Which is,
Honestly,
Yeah.
McDavid torched our boy Hughes there as well.
no, that's But
Pretty much the last like 3 months in summer, what have we all Canucks fans spent doing is complaining about rankings where Quinn Hughes is on the top 10 defensemen and stuff like that.
he's going for a change.
He's a better defenseman. He's this, he's that. And then he's by far improved defensively, and he does not get enough credit for that around the league. But that made me laugh, though. Just the first thing, he just makes a boneheaded line change with McDavid coming onto the ice. Evan Bouchard with a nice pass.
I also got you got to sit there and think. He's probably thinking to himself like, it is preseason. You know, it's not. It's not a big deal. Like,
That's preseason. I can get off the ice. It's all good. Hey, talking. I'm done.
I'll tell you one thing.
Mind if McDavid goes on a breakaway, see how good DeSmith is?
I'll tell you one thing. Quinn Hughes would not be doing that in regular season.
I'd fucking hope not.
It's just a
won't.
gaff.
Also, why are we talking about
never
the shitty
does.
thing he did last night? He scored a fucking goal too, boys.
Scored our only goal.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Honestly, he hit the post.
Yeah.
He had like a nice shot that hit the post, and then
His
that,
shot looks good.
Yeah. No,
Shot
he was
looks really
aggressively
good.
shooting.
Proving
last
that this
night.
summer.
Yeah.
That's what he talked about.
Do you think he hits double digits?
I think he
Double
gets 9
digits.
goals. I don't think he gets double
He's
digits.
such a tease. I think he gets 9.
Yeah, dude.
9 goals, 81 points. You piece of shit.
But yeah, no, he had a nice goal there. Kuzmenko, nice little through the legs move there.
He looked really solid. He looked a lot
Dude.
more agile.
He's also shooting a lot.
Yeah.
He
I like
only
that.
got like 2 or 3 shots on goal accounted for, but like he was peppering the net at random locations,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I really liked, which I think Talk has talked to him about as well, because like he has that 26% shooting percentage that everyone's been talking about is going to go down, obviously.
Yeah.
But if his shot rate goes up, we're looking back at a 30-plus goal scorer.
He got
Yeah.
reamed out by Tocchet for not getting the puck out of the zone there. I don't know if you guys saw that there. He's like on like the left wall. Easily could have got it out, just like got turned over, and then they were hemmed in for like a minute.
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't know, Shorthouse was like talking and cut to the bench, and you just see Tocchet like, get the puck out of fucking zone. And it was so fucking funny.
Actually, I'm going to go look at Talkett during this, because I don't know what kind of coach he is, like on the bench. Like, is he just...
He looks
He was
like
like
hard-ass
clapping
man.
and shit on the bench. He's like, get your fucking...
Yeah, I imagine that's
He's
the
going
coach he is.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a gamer, man. But then also to tie it up, we went all over the place with this. This
No, we're still
recap.
talking about the Oilers game.
We
That's
still
good
are.
for us.
It's
Fucking preseason.
But,
Yeah, it's preseason
Nugent
for
Hopkins
everybody.
scored off of a giveaway.
That gave me shades of last year. That
Yeah.
goal. He was way too
Wide
open,
open.
right
Oh,
in
yeah.
front of the net.
Mm-hmm.
That was when Draisaitl passed it up to him?
Dry side, yeah. And then it was Carson Soucy who I think should have been covering him,
Yeah.
which like made me worried. But besides that, like Soucy had a great game.
Susie had a good dude. Honestly, too, like this is a game where Oilers mostly had their top 6 in Bouchard, Nurse, and
Yeah.
Skinner starting in net. We didn't have Miller, Besser, Demko in net. But man, like DeSmith played a great game, made solid
yeah.
saves all the way through. If he's playing like that every time he has the opportunity to, outside of Demko playing this year,
Yeah.
you have a chance to win every night.
He was player of the game there, I think.
Dude,
I-
the way Bluger defended, like I'm not kidding. I'm not
Theodore.
even- the DeSmith is there
Theodore.
too. He played.
Smith
was
won't be
fair.
my player of the game till he changes those goddamn pads.
Dude, he apparently he got new Montreal gear.
Yeah, he never got to break him
never
in.
got
He
to
got
break
new
him in.
Montreal gear?
He didn't
Well,
get
yeah.
to break him in though because he didn't play a game.
Yeah, so then
now
he
he's
was
would
like,
have
sitting there like
with this broken
fuck.
in.
I wonder if he thought he was gonna be starter there. Jake Allen.
Jake Allen, Montembeau, pretty
Um,
trash.
The other thing too in this game, again, Joshua was like public enemy number 1 for the Oilers. And
Yeah,
behind
McWard
the
also
net-
took a pretty fucking before the Joshua hit.
That's right.
McWard took one right in the numbers.
Yeah, which quickly McWard again still very poised. I
Popped
still
right
like
up.
the way he played. He looked like not like shaky, I guess, but just he was a little bit more quieter, I guess, with a heavier Oilers squad. I think maybe,
Which is
but-
honestly more than okay.
Oh, 100%.
That's what you want out of your defenseman.
Yeah, no,
especially a defenseman who people are saying could play alongside Quinn Hughes.
I would love it, man. I actually
You know?
I love the way McWard plays. I'm a huge advocate for the guy.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So Joshua was like behind the net, and Nurse just fucking two hands him right on the numbers into the boards. And I see some people on like Twitter being like, "Oh, Joshua jumped into the boards." Or like, you got to look
He
at it in
dove.
slow mo. It's like, dude, the NHL is not fucking played in slow mo.
Fast
And
league.
it's like,
I'm
what are you
surprised
talking
that
about? Like, how is that?
there's Nurse defenders out there. I feel
Yeah.
like Nurse gets the Tyler Myers treatment in Edmonton.
Oh
A
yeah,
little bit, yeah. But it's
Yeah.
like, Kate, that to me, I don't know. Like, it's on the numbers. It was fucking dirty. The puck wasn't even there.
yeah.
That's a suspension.
Oh, suspension.
I wouldn't say that's a suspension.
He does not speak for the
He was-
What the
it was,
Knock
it was
pod
more
when
of a
he says
shove.
this.
It was more of a shove than a
Okay,
hit.
okay. You know what?
That's
Maybe
what it
it's not a
was.
suspension, but I just like it's a dirty fucking play. Why
Yeah.
do it? It's preseason.
In preseason,
Like,
yeah,
fucking relax, man.
there was.
Well, preseason, a lot of people come to play. I don't know if Nurse needed to. His spot's probably guaranteed in the lineup.
Yeah.
They're not sending that guy down.
But that's not a clean hit. Like the another game that was played last night, Vegas against LA. Who was the guy that his name
Hayden
was
Hodgson.
Yeah, Hayden
Hayden
Hodgson.
Hodgson.
Mark
So
Stone?
he rocks Mark Stone, and it was a clean hit. Clean hit, right? This
Yeah.
guy's just trying to make a
Big
roster
hit.
spot.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But it was a big hit. Yeah, Stone got rocked.
That'd be hit of the year if that was in the regular season.
Dude, Mark Stone,
Yeah.
like, as soon as he stood up from this hit, like, looked raged.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was pissed. Well, he just had the surgeries and everything like that.
Oh, yeah.
But the other thing too, it's like, dude, do you think Hayden Hodgson's like looking up like all the storylines, being like, "Oh, Stone just got back surgery. I'm not gonna hit him tonight."
No.
Like,
He just
no,
hit the
he's just
guy,
trying to
yeah.
make a, and it was a clean hit.
Yeah, that's
you gotta
the thing.
you gotta expect that.
Yeah,
You gotta keep your head up.
Yeah, you're not expecting like what Joshua got from Nurse. Like, I'm just saying that's a dirty play. You shouldn't be fucking doing that, Nurse. What are you doing?
Nurse makes boneheaded plays all the time, though. He's got that Tyler Myers in him.
Yeah,
Hodgson was just trying to make a name for himself. You know?
Yeah, Hodgson, fine. That was
Yeah.
a great hit.
yeah.
Only
No-
reason we're even talking about him, right? Fair
Let's-
enough.
Reeling us back in, another guy who should have made a name for himself, and honestly, I'd say for the most part played okay. But then the thing that sticks out in my head the most was Goim. How do you say his name? Breezeball.
Buddy, don't say it like that.
That name he's messing up.
Breezeball. Did you- okay. I honestly-
Isn't it Gilliam?
There
Gilliam.
it is. I
Gilliam.
couldn't.
Breezeball.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, no, I didn't like notice him too much except for the third period with like 10 minutes left, and he absolutely fucking threw
That
one right
$5
up the
deep
middle.
dish up the middle.
Yeah, bro. He threw one up the middle. I think it was Draisaitl on the ice too. I was, what are
It
you
was him and
doing?
McDavid, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Holy shit.
Here you go, hot
Pa-
and ready, man.
Positives out of the game. Oilers had their whole top power play unit.
Yeah,
No goals.
dude, that's what I'm saying. Bluger, Susie, like the penalty kill was very solid.
Absolutely
DeSmith.
needed to be, yeah.
Yeah. DeSmith also huge
yeah, and
factor in that.
Like we said,
I would
too.
rather he wasn't a huge factor in that. I would, just
No,
put a
you have
Hardy,
to have
but
your
it has
goalie
to be with
be
the
a
Edmonton, of
huge
course.
factor.
Absolutely.
They
But-
still had their chances. Like they were still like
I'll tell you one
shaky
thing.
moments within it. But
Delia would have let one of those in.
dude, Martin would have let him one. Delia would have, yeah.
Hey, honestly, stop the slander on those two. All right.
Well,
I
no,
just don't
compared to
it,
last year.
All right, but the Smith did great. I just don't like the Delia. He shut down Calgary in the preseason. Have you guys saw that?
No, I didn't know.
Was it Calgary? Where is he in?
He's in Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
isn't
He's
he?
in Winnipeg. He shut down Calgary.
Good
Shut
shit.
shutout in the preseason, right? Only positives for that guy. Those
There you
people
go.
are in an impossible
Oh, Delia was
situation.
dude.
I like
Right?
no, I like
the personnel
Delia.
on the PK though
Yeah,
absolutely had to be a difference, and they were.
And
Like
the
this season.
structure. The structure on the
Yeah.
PK
Also,
looked good.
another guy that gets slandered all the time for us, like you were saying, the Tyler Myers treatment. Myers had a pretty good game last night for the most part. He didn't do anything too fucked up. He just played. He just played good.
Last night was a time that I wanted him to do something too fucked up. when Darnell Nurse and all the boys are just going around hitting our guys.
Yeah, but like,
Fuck, who did he?
No, as far as like puck moving, he was fine.
Neil Zaman in the practice. I don't know if you guys saw that.
No.
Dude, he like leveled Neil Zaman.
Did he?
Yeah, they're doing like some like there's literally probably like 2 of these couches like between the net. I don't know what kind of drill they were running, but Myers went behind the net. I think he got swiped in the ankles by Amon. Yeah. And then Amon, like, he was just kind of standing there after shooting or something, and boom, like knocked him over and everything.
In practice. I like to see that. I saw Miller and Amon and I think Myers too. They were all just going at it in practice and on the board battles, like cross checks and shoving.
Joshua and Garland got in that full fight.
They almost killed Roenick. When you told me like they slashed, or it was a Joshua that slashed Roenick?
Yeah, so I called Dryden. He hasn't seen this clip. And I'm like, oh, you see the Dakota, Joshua, and Garland. And like I mentioned, I'm like, yeah, so Garland Garland did something to Joshua, and Joshua turns around and he hip slashes. Him. Yeah, Garland's hip checked Joshua, and then Joshua swings his stick and hits Roenick, and then I start explaining the fight, and Darcy's like, I don't care about any of that. How's Roenick's ankle? He was stressed, man.
Yeah, man. You gotta worry about the fucking second best defender on our team. Finally, too, with this game, another 2 guys that I thought really... Well, mainly Archie Baines. I thought he had a great game. Yeah. His board work, like his battles on the boards, he was winning pretty much every single one. And he's just stapled with Ratu. Yeah. And I thought Ratu had a good game as well. Sasson looked like he was handling his own as well. But yeah, those 2, Ratu and Baines, played really good, I thought.
That line's going to stick together. I think they're going to end up in the A to start. Unless there's some like... they really impress. Even then, I'd be very surprised because we just don't have the center depth for Ratu to be on. No. But I'm very excited to see them in the A develop.
Yeah. Do have to say, there was the one play where Baines got absolutely cleaned out by Gleason.
Yes. Gleason stepped around.
That was the only time I saw something that was like...
I should have said that. But yeah, outside of that, like I thought he played a great game. Like he was just winning board battles, setting things up. Yeah. Ratu had a couple nice shots on net. And just, And again, too, like Joshua getting called out by Tocchet. In the Calgary game, he stepped up in a big way in this game. Like I said, he was... Tonight's
another big game for him. Yeah. He's going to be going back-to-back, one of the few guys.
Yeah.
Yep. No, and what is it?
I do want to talk about one more guy, which is Höglander.
Yeah.
I think we haven't really discussed him. His pass to Hughes for the goal, pretty nuts.
On the power play, right?
Yeah. Both. I think it was for the goal, but I remember he made the puck came to him, made a little tip pass through his legs to Hughes. And it was either Hughes at the post or Hughes scored.
There was a couple of things with that game last night, though. Like, Canucks are still a little too cute with the puck sometimes. Like, they had a couple nice, like, odd man rushes where they would do little tic-tac-toe things. Like, Höglander had a nice, like, heel pass that was going to go to Kuzmenko. If it goes there, it's probably in the back of the net. Yeah. Edmonton player just read it well and stopped the play. But it's like, he could have shot there. Like, he had a chance to shoot. I think Amon had a couple chances on Bluger's line to shoot last night. I just... simplify it a little bit more. I want to see, like, tonight, I want to see Besser coming down the left side or right side, wherever the fuck he wants to go.
Quick Brock Besser hat trick tonight.
Yeah. Brock Besser! That's what I want, okay? I want one of those. So
the power play went 1 for 5.
Yeah.
But they were trying a lot of new stuff.
Yeah.
Höglander down low. He obviously won't be on the power play to start. I think our power play is pretty set with...
Kuzmenko, Besser, Miller, Hughes, Pettersson.
Yeah. Best is probably the odd man out if someone was going to switch. But they had Hogg playing the bumper down low. Yeah. Really like that spot for him. They were doing the Horvat play with...
they were.
Rotating a lot, too. Because Hoggs was in left circle quite a few times. Kuzmenko was behind the net.
They're doing... I really like whatever movement they were doing.
Yeah.
I think it was 1 for 5, which is not bad.
Yeah, no.
But I like that they're trying a lot of new stuff because we did have the old, Miller, Pettersson,
not having triangle. Like the whole power play unit out there. I think that's fine.
Oh, it's not even just. I just like that they're trying new plays and stuff like that, bringing it down low.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Interesting what's going to be tonight.
Yeah, we will see. Canucks play the Seattle Kraken in 15 minutes here. We'll be back soon. Tell you about that game.
Welcome back. It's been 2 seconds for you, but it has been 3 miserable hours for us.
Yes, sir.
Watching the Canucks and the Kraken. Fuck. What a game. Thoughts?
Yeah. I wish we didn't watch that. Like, what a waste of time.
I wish we didn't spend fucking 20 minutes panicking for trying to find a fucking stream.
Oh, yeah. Fucking hell. That was already its own
joke.
They were trying to save us.
Actually, first star of this game, you guys find in the stream.
Yeah, it took us like literally.
No, it's actually
20
Ty
minutes.
who fucking found it.
Yeah.
Shout out Tyson.
It was yeah. We found the stream though. It was like 3 pixels, but we've got it to work. And the
Yep.
Canucks did disappoint us. I won't lie.
Okay,
Wasn't even fucking close.
some positives.
Okay, you want to start with positives? Go.
Yeah, we'll start with positives because there's not a lot.
One positive, two
There's a
positives.
few. Okay.
There's a
Anyways, Connor Garland scored the only Canucks goal tonight.
Yeah.
His line with Beauvillier and who was the other guy that was on?
Suter.
Pia Suter. That's right. Yeah,
They switched it to Joshua in the third, though.
yeah, but
rid
like
of Beauvillier.
they had the hustle. At least Garland did tonight. Garland looked like he was skating like crazy, and yeah, no, like that's usually what he does. So that's the kind of player he is.
I don't think Garland's ever not gone 100%.
Yeah, he's always given it. his
Yeah,
100.
that guy,
Yeah.
effort has never been his problem.
Yeah. So no, Garland played great tonight. I really like the Cole and Ronrick. Is it Ronrick?
Hronik.
Ronick?
Ronick.
Jesus Christ.
Ronick.
Okay. That D pairing for us looked good tonight, and Drant said it best on Twitter tonight, or X. If they weren't on the ice tonight, Seattle Kraken had the puck, and the Vancouver Canucks just could not get the puck from the Kraken. They just like outskated, outworked. Like the hustle was just there. Like Canucks did not have that. I thought, God, this sucks, man. I thought Besser and Miller were gonna have a good game and just like show us the off season, like what they've been working on, and like they looked okay in like bursts, but not to like what you would think with the lineup the Kraken had.
No, not as the top guys. Especially with like, season starts now. All that stuff. Like, we could just be like, it's just a preseason game, but now it's been, 3 preseason
Can
games.
we change that to like season actually starts October 11th so that I don't get too upset with these losses?
Seattle's a good team to like talk about that because Seattle last year, what they credited their season for, not like entirely, but they said they played every preseason game like it was a regular season game, and that helped them get off to a rock star start.
Yeah.
I think it was Seattle. Can't remember who. Some team. I think it was honestly Brendan Tanev that said it. And like it's right? You just got to play every single game hard as possible. Like Canucks, if you told me this was just a recording from last year, I would have believed it.
Yeah, no, it looked like we didn't change like any personnel, coaching staff didn't change. Like we didn't get a shot. I think I saw a Daniel Wagner tweet in the third until 5:26 left in the third period. A shot. You're down.
Vintage Canucks right there.
You're down. You need to score. You need to get a shot on net. Like that's the other thing too. Like you were even saying too, when the Canucks had like the empty net, Demko's out, and we're 6-on-5. It looks like we're outmanned out there. You know what I mean?
Or at least looks like the same amount of players on the ice. The Kraken are playing like man to man.
Yeah.
And we don't have a single guy open.
Yeah, we did not look dangerous on
Does
that.
not make sense.
6-on-5, other than that one chance that went up front.
No.
Yeah. Tough. Yeah, honestly, it looked like Dan to go to last year. Probably, you got to give us some thoughts here, not just sadness. Come on. You got positives, negatives? You done with the Besser
negatives.
Heist? Yeah,
I
your
got negatives.
Give a
some
negative.
negatives.
I don't know. Back to back, losses. I thought that they could have won.
You thought they could have won this game?
Tonight they couldn't have.
Oh, when it was 1-1, I believed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pull the old
Yeah.
Canuck where they get like no shots, but they somehow squeak out a 2-1 OT victory just because their offense is so good for overtime.
Yeah. No, 100%. Wolanin, really bad game.
Yeah, he pizzas it, that first one.
Quite a few times. Like, he just got
Breezeball, too.
turned south. Breezeball, bad game.
Honestly, a lot of the team was doing that pizza up the middle, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Podkolzin absolutely ripped one to somebody right up the middle. Couldn't think
yeah,
got it.
I genuinely thought it was a good game plan from talking. Like, hey, boys, throw it up the middle, see what happens. Because they were, like, I imagine he was probably fucking livid with
Dude,
them.
he's going to be pissed with them after this game. Like, this is like, they just look sluggish. Like, in Edmonton, there was some fight. There's a little bit of pushback. And also, I will say, like, Joshua laid a huge hit in the first period there.
Cole did as well.
Who did, sorry?
Cole, Ian
Yeah,
Cole. He
yeah,
was also
that's
hitting.
right. There were some guys that were engaged tonight. It just, I mean, hey, Joshua played back-to-back. Baines played back-to-back. Who all else played back-to-back? Do you guys know?
Baines, Wolanin.
Oh, yeah, Wolanin too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I mean, maybe that travel and stuff, not that it's, like, a crazy amount of travel. Maybe it got to, like, a guy like Wolanin or whatever.
Yeah, but if Dakota Joshua's laying a hit like that right off the get-go, then you don't really have much to say about jet lag or anything like that.
It's not, yeah, it's honestly just Calgary to Seattle. Like, that's a normal trip you're going to take in the regular season anyway, so not too much to complain. Oh, damn, they played back-to-back.
Garland too, I guess, right?
Was Garland on last night?
Garland was playing last night.
Dear God, man, that guy really never gives up.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like that's. I mean, this was a great game for him.
That's the thing I do like about this one. Okay, Miller and Besser not looking that good. They
At
weren't
least
looking
it's
like they should.
non-existent.
No, yeah, not how they should have looked in this game. They should have been very noticeable going off. Like they look bad. But outside of them, the mainstays on our lineups, that Suter, Garland, Beauvillier line looked very good.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that as our third line. And then that Deke pairing, Cole and Roenick.
Yeah.
That's always going to be a staple, and they looked great.
Yeah, no. And the other thing too we haven't really mentioned yet, but like I thought Demko looked good. He got left out to dry once again. It's like again this game. If you said to me this was from last year, I would have believed you.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like you would have thought too, with the way Edmonton iced their lineup last night, that like not that the Canucks would have been in crazy trouble, but that lineup had some power compared to what we just saw tonight.
Yeah.
In Seattle, and it's like, man, Seattle made the Canucks just look bad tonight.
Yeah, I think like obviously Pettersson and Hughes are like X factor players. Like there are people that can take over the whole game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Miller should also be there.
Yeah,
and we need him to be this season, and he did not look like it tonight.
Yeah,
I don't really care because I think honestly he's gonna pull up anyways.
He will.
Yeah,
he's not someone I worry about.
Does this game actually matter in the like scope of things? Not really. It's preseason.
It might maybe like when
it could.
When we're off to a dog shit start, then we can start complaining about it. But
it's not like
one of us said this game was worse than the 10-0 loss. That's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna say it wasn't me.
Yeah, I'll say it wasn't me.
Okay, the only reason I'm saying this is worse than the 10-0 loss, though, is because that loss was expected. Obviously, not to that extent of being 10-0, but that was literally the Abbotsford Canucks versus the NHL-ready Calgary Flames. This is you guys like we have Besser, Miller, Garland, Suter, like Roenick, Cole, Demko in. Like there's like some real NHL bodies in this one. Sprinkled in with some guys like Baines and all that, and we'll line in. But like you know what I mean? Like we should have had some goals from. You should expect to see some dominating shifts or whatever with like Miller and Besser, and like you should just expect a little bit more from this line. Beauvillier was playing tonight. Like it wasn't. Yeah. Like, and hey, Seattle had some other guys too, but they were missing McCann, Vince Dunn, and I would argue for us that Pettersson and Hughes are better than both of those players.
Not really an argument to make.
Not really an argument.
You're not going to find any people on the other side on that one.
Exactly.
They also had Joey DeCord and fucking.
I'm not saying we should have won this game, but like I just was expecting a bit more of an effort. It's just a little disappointing to me to see NHL regulars go against Seattle's team that definitely isn't their full thing. And
they did have some.
We lose.
They did have players.
Yeah,
they did.
I'd say they were missing two key guys, and that's about it.
I would say it was like this should have been evenly matched at least.
Yeah. At least
for us, but it wasn't.
Also, for Seattle at least, their fans probably super excited on Tolvanen. Like he is, dude. What a waiver claim pickup.
Waiver pickup, yeah. I don't know what Nashville was thinking, but.
Yeah.
Some people just need a new start anyways.
Yeah. They do, but he had 2 goals tonight. Looked pretty good.
Golvanen. He was fucking nasty. That's what they call him.
Didn't he score like 16 with them last year or something?
Like 16 like the last like 25. He's going fucking nuts.
Yeah. No, it was something like that. Like he'll be a really good, like he'll have a great season with them this year, hopefully.
When do we find one like that?
I took him with my last pick in fantasy. So
I've been waiting to say that. I was even tense up and stuff like that.
I threw up the quick thumbs up. That shit was coming.
He's missed the playoffs like I think every year in our fantasy.
That's not true. I made it last year. You didn't.
I was in a rebuild year. I had like 3 picks in the top 10.
Excuses.
Right? I want that excuse. I want on record. All right. But I don't know what else to really say about this game. Lack of effort. Yeah, that's the main thing. Looked like last year. Nothing more.
Again, yeah, like it's still preseason. It's not the full lineup. There are guys that aren't going to be playing in this. That were playing tonight or whatever for this Canucks squad.
Yeah.
It's a little disappointing because like I said, you would expect guys like Besser to again, the stream was also, I'm not going to lie, it was kind of tough to watch. It was like 64-bit. I'm watching. I'm like, is that Besser? And they're like, no, that's Garland.
Yeah, and when it's at like 86, I'm like, is that Lainen?
It was just like, dude, it was just like kind of tough to see who was who a little bit. Again, we got to watch it. I wish I didn't get to see that game. Could have did something better with my night. I do like hanging out with you guys, but like that was tough.
I tried to leave.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah.
Roenick though, he was the last
great.
one. He's exactly as advertised. He looked great
solid.
defensively and offensively.
As a bomb.
Yeah, the guy wanted to shoot a lot. He was fucking had his stick up half the time when he wasn't.
At
with
the
puck.
end there when Miller was on the back end with him, and he's
Yeah.
literally just like, give it to me. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of defensemen,
Yeah.
there's one thing I wanted to say. I don't like Carson Soucy wearing the number 7.
Why?
Why?
It just doesn't look right.
What do you want? Like a double digit for him?
Like double digit. I don't know. Number 7 for a defenseman just seems kind of off to me.
I
Unless
mean,
I'm tweaking.
yeah, I
Like,
guess.
doesn't I think Devon Taves wears number 7?
Number 7's a defenseman number though.
I know, but I just.
Low.
When was the last time Vancouver had a number 7 defenseman? Or like, well, got a lot of those, but a defenseman wore number 7.
Trying to think.
I
feel like in
all I
the
can think of is
2011
like you say 7, I just think Brendan Morrison. So
That might be it.
Didn't Lyndon Bay wear number 7?
17.
Lyndon Bay?
Yeah.
17.
Yeah.
You're tweaking.
Am I tweaking? Hold on.
Bro, they slotted that number out, but never to Lyndon Bay.
Radim Verbata.
Antoine
Yeah.
Rodin, Josh Levo.
Josh Levo.
Yeah.
Puck Doku legend, by the way, for me.
Josh Levo?
Yeah. But only for Toronto and St. Louis. It's not a
All
legend.
right, he's in fucking St. Louis.
Yeah, he's man just fucking traveled around.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Lyndon Bay was just 7.
At least he apologized. Anything else to say? It's the dim stuff, but we can say some goaltending news around the league. Retired goaltenders.
Yes.
Well, pep in your step. Corey Schneider. Vancouver's best backup of all time. And honestly, I'll say it again. One of the most underrated goalies of all time retired yesterday. Congrats to him. Loved having him during that fucking...
Yeah.
It was such like reminiscing here a little bit, but like you had Vancouver had a back-to-back, and Luongo played the first night. You're putting in another starter
Yeah.
for the next night. We had
Absolutely.
2 starters. We didn't have a backup,
Like, pretty much like whatever Boston felt with Allmark and Swayman, we had that with...
but tenfold. Like
Yeah.
this is better than Allmark Swayman,
I think
in my
they were.
opinion.
Oh, yeah. We were the best PK, best power play. That thing, don't
Yeah.
get me started on that.
I don't want to talk
Well, I guess
about
honestly,
that.
Boston does have the way to talk
I'll be
about
here
it.
till like midnight if we start talking about that shit.
Yeah, no, but Corey Schneider, just talking about him.
Big props.
Yeah. Big props.
Yeah, no, he was great player. Also, I saw this. It's like an old video of him doing a Yannick Hansen impression. Do you guys remember
I've
that?
seen that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolute classic. I watched that.
He did it
a couple
recently,
days
too.
ago. Yeah, he did it on the
Yeah.
radio again or something, I believe.
I like it. He
Yeah.
even talks about how his favorite time was in Vancouver.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He said his high point was Vancouver.
High point, yeah. Because he was carrying the fuck. I don't even know what corpses they had in New Jersey because I wasn't watching, but the stats alone, like this guy was putting up Vezina numbers and he was getting more losses than wins in New Jersey from like,
The
Yeah.
John Gibson special.
yeah, honestly. He really did deserve more, but like, man, I'm really glad he's getting his flowers right now.
Anyway, this is just a stupid question, all hypothetical, obviously, right?
Perfect.
That Stanley Cup final against the Boston Bruins, the Luongo, unbelievable in Vancouver, right? Outside of the Game 7, everybody was banged up in Game 7. It was chalked.
Why
But
is this guy bringing up bad memories?
I'm sorry.
I already know what he's going to say.
We're already in bad
Do
times.
you think
There it is.
it's not there yet?
That's
Fucking
a
relax.
stupid question. That's the stupidest question you could ask.
It's not though.
It's actually
just hear me
the
out.
worst
I see what
question
you're
You
you could
don't
ask.
even know what I'm gonna say.
I know
think
what
I
you're
know what he's
gonna
going to
say.
say too,
Okay.
but I wanted to let him finish.
So
Let him finish.
in Game 6, because you had 2 sample sizes of Luongo getting absolutely torched in Boston in Game 3 and 4, right? You go to Boston in Game 6. I can't remember what the score was right away, but like they scored on him early, and it was like, oh shit, here we go again potentially. When Boston gets that other goal, do you just get like that short leash? You yank Luongo out, you put Schneider in for that, or you just ride him out again?
No.
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 Okay,
You
that's
can't.
all I wanted to ask. I wasn't
You
saying
can't.
like I wasn't saying
you
like
dance
take
with the one that
Luongo-
brought you. You're in the Stanley
Yeah.
Cup
Like,
Finals.
It's
For sure.
so disrespectful if you pull Luongo
no,
out
no,
of that
I-
situation.
disrespectful stuff to him.
Yeah,
but that-
I get that. No, my question was just like you start Luongo in all those games, obviously, but because you've had those 2 examples of like the Boston crowd and just like that team getting to him in like 3 and 4 in Game 6 when he gets 2 put in on him, would you be like, oh, you know what? Fuck, it might be happening again. Just in Boston, because in Vancouver he was great.
Nah, then
You
what do
put
you do
Schneider
for
in?
Game 7?
You just keep him in then.
It's a mess.
Yeah,
No.
it causes
Okay.
way
It's
too
just too
many
much. You don't do that in
problems.
Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Either way, don't want to talk about that.
Fair enough. Okay.
Otherwise,
sorry,
other goaltending news with we can never talk about these two because they're always together. Luongo going into the Ring of Honor.
Yep.
Do you guys want to say your piece about if he deserves a retirement number? Like, I don't know how you guys feel. Probably.
I say he does.
You want his number retired.
Well, like I'm okay with Ring of Honor too, but I think he's well.
Deserved.
Yeah, I'm so fumbling right now.
He's good.
But he's well. He well. Oh my god, he deserves it. He deserves to have his number retired. He's what, like top 5 in wins all time.
He's not with Vancouver though.
Doesn't matter. Is he number 1 for the franchise in wins?
What? Yes.
There you go.
Yeah,
it's not good enough.
That is good.
And you want Edler's number retired?
No. What the fuck?
Oh, he's number 1.
Edler's gonna get passed in 2 years.
Yeah. So.
No.
What if Luongo gets passed by Demko?
It doesn't matter. Edler wasn't considered like a top 10 fucking defenseman all time. That's the thing.
In the Canucks history?
No, in league history.
Like, that sort of thing. Luongo, by the way, it's just the fact that he split his time between Florida and Vancouver. That's my troubles with it.
That wasn't his choice.
Huh?
That's not his choice.
It's not his choice, but that's just how it went. That's just how it works.
He deserves to have his number retired.
He does not.
He won a fucking gold medal in Canada.
Dude, these are not Canucks things though.
Let me just say,
2 President's trophies.
That's a team thing. No, he never got a Vezina, which is fucked up. I will go to bat for him for that. He should. Yeah, but he should have got a Vezina.
Yeah.
Vezina vote. He got it. Like I think.
Dude, what year?
I think he finished below Brodeur in Vezina trophy votes.
Yeah.
But finished higher than him in Hart trophy votes, which was just it was a fucking weird year. Really? He was like He was very high in the Hart trophy for some reason, and it didn't work out.
Yeah. No. What was I gonna say though? Yeah. No. I don't think his number should get retired. Because, dude, and also people on Twitter were going insane saying, why isn't Kirk McLean's number retired? It's like, here's Kirk McLean. Luongo raised the bar. Like, McLean was a good goalie for his era, right? Yeah. Luongo was like, oh, Kirk, those are your numbers? Here's mine. And just like, I'm not saying Kirk's bad, but look, Luongo's 10 times better. And the other thing, too, to Gunny's point, yeah, he didn't have a choice, but obviously you could tell he's part of, like, the Panthers brass right now. He started his career. He got drafted by the Islanders, but started his career as a Panther. Finished his career as a Panther. His high point, his best years, definitely in Vancouver, right?
Yeah.
But this guy, at heart, is a Panther.
That's just not
and he
true.
holds records for both Vancouver and Florida.
Okay.
If they retire his number,
I think Ring of Honor is the appropriate thing for him to be in.
Like is he like, look at the guys that have been retired here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stan Smeel.
Okay.
Pavel Bure.
Okay, so keep going. Go ahead.
Marcus Naslund.
Yep.
Okay.
Trevor Linden.
Yep.
Hank and Dank.
They don't belong.
Do you think Trevor Linden deserves it then?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
I just wanted to see him
get out of here.
I just wanted to see him get riled
First
up.
off, we're going to wrap this up. keep
hold on.
Keep the argument. Go for it.
So you say Lou. I'm like okay with it. Him not getting his number retired. I have to say that. Like I think he should have. But like if he's in Ring of Honor, at least they acknowledged him some way. You know?
Yes.
But I think there is a valid argument to be made for his number to be retired.
I honestly don't think there's a valid argument.
I don't think so.
He's your franchise leader in everything goaltending.
Yeah, but he played like what I just said. He started his career as a Panther. He ended his career as a Panther. He is currently with Florida Brass. I just think his heart is there. I think the Canucks honoring him is
Why
a great
is Pavel
thing.
Bure's number retired then?
Pavel Bure was at next level up, a tier above
megastar.
Megastar. Okay.
Luongo.
Top 5 goalie of all time. Not a megastar?
He's not top 5 goalie of all time. Luongo?
A
top 5 goalie of all time?
Okay, fine. I'll say like top 7, top 8.
Bro, keep adding numbers, man.
Okay.
Wait, who is top 5 though?
Huh? Dude, I don't know top 5 goalies.
Ken
Hasek.
Dryden.
Patrick Waugh.
Dude, he is.
His name's Dryden, by the way, if you guys don't remember. That's why he
Patrick Waugh, for sure.
Hasek.
Brodeur, Hasek.
Yeah. Eddie Shore. Fucking all this
Eddie who?
The guy with the original mask.
Eddie Belfour?
Is that it?
Ed Belfour.
Or Ed Belfour?
Eddie Shore might have been a defenseman.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Goalies are tough to. I don't know. We'll come up with a list eventually. But no, seriously.
Wait, Henrik Lundqvist or Roberto Luongo?
Luongo.
Okay.
Both never won a cup though.
Yeah.
Oh, fun facts.
Thanks for rubbing it in.
That's what I'm here for. Yeah, no, like I think it's the appropriate call that Vancouver made.
Murray is the most skilled player to also have ever played for the Canucks.
Yeah, that's not even up for discussion.
Right?
I don't even want to talk about
That's
this.
just silly.
Right? 3 of the 4 top goaltending performances from Vancouver. Corey Schneider, statistically, honestly, the guy was a fucking stud. Statistically,
You're such a little weasel the way you said that. You're like,
statistically, I love Corey Schneider. You know what? Fuck it. Number 30, put it up.
Is that what you were? 30?
Huh? I really hope I was right about that. Just post a little picture of it. I think
It's 30.
It's 30?
Are we sure?
Never
it
wrong.
might be 35.
No, it's not 35.
Now,
Have
Dude,
my phone on me.
we're such a bad podcast.
Oh
if we
my
actually don't know
God.
this shit.
No,
What's the final answer?
I'm
Final
okay.
answer.
We have
I'm okay
Tyson
with it.
behind the camera. We can do the, what's it called?
Can you check for us?
Hey, Tyson, pull that up.
Hey, Jamie, pull that up.
No, but yeah, I'm okay with Ring of Honor.
Okay, by the way, so yeah, Pavel Bure, he's there because he was by far the most skilled Canuck of all time.
Yeah, I know, but that was just me riling you boys up.
Oh, it worked.
Yeah.
We're all dead after this game. We got to
So
riled up
bad.
by something.
Look at that.
35.
35?
Yeah.
All right, sorry, Corey. We're putting it 30 up, though.
Suck
I already
me.
told him.
Yeah. Can you do your best Yannick Hansen impression before we go off here?
Dude, I can't do Yannick Hansen. Is he Swedish?
He's
No,
Danish.
yeah.
Danish. Why don't it be like that? I'm
The
goddamn
Honey
running,
Badger.
20
This guy's not a
Can you
Canucks
do it?
fan.
goddamn running 23 and me on these guys. I don't remember.
No.
joining the What the.
I can't do it.
Oh, okay,
He
so
kind of sounds like Kermit when
I was
he
gonna
did do
say this guy just did a Kermit impression.
it. What else do you want me to do?
Canucks better pick this fucking shit up, man. I'm going to be
Yeah,
sitting here
I
listening to
got a
fucking
headache.
depressed Kermit. Honestly, they fucking. Tyson just saying they gave us a lot to talk about, which is fucking true.
Do the
Nothing
outro.
Also,
good.
like, figure out the streaming shit. Put this on Sportsnet.
There's only one more game.
Bro, they wouldn't let him geo
The fact they fucking pumped us up. That's the only thing. Like, yeah, it's gonna be on Twitter. We got you, boys. And then they start giving us some geofencing shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck that means. Don't use big words. Put it up. Fucking done.
Yeah.
Somebody do the outro.
All right. Well, okay.
Stand
Yeah.
up straight.
What's that?
Come on.
Okay, sorry. Terrible performance by the Canucks overall tonight for the most part. Yeah, Besser could have been better. JT Miller could have been better. They all could have been better. Canucks fall to Seattle 3-1, but they play the Edmonton Oilers on Saturday.
At home?
Yes, this will be their first home game. So
No
you're
more
The next 3 are
excuses.
at home.
yeah, next year at home. This game should have hopefully most of the full lineup.
That's just not going to happen.
They will. It's the first home game. That's
Edmonton
what all
pretty
the other
much
ones
did.
have done.
Yeah.
I don't
I
Dude,
believe
think
you're
they-
Mr.
I
Negative
think they
right
will.
I
now.
don't believe.
We gotta cut this out. All right.
you mean?
I don't know. I just
You're
don't
sitting here like you're
I don't
Mr.
like your
Positive,
energy.
man.
Yeah,
right
what
now.
the fuck?
I don't know, man.
No.
Something's up.
You need
Something's up.
Something's
man.
in the water.
Yeah.
You're like,
fucking
this
Rogers.
is worse than the 10-0 loss.
Who's
Fuck
arguing on
you.
this pod?
You know what? Okay.
This terrible outro. Tyson's telling us to cut it. Canucks
All
play
right,
Saturday.
well,
They
thank
better
you so much
fucking
for
perform.
listening.
I'm doing the outro. I'm just gonna keep talking over him. Thanks for listening. You can follow us on Twitter at What the Nuck
Pod. Yeah.
Pod. You can follow us on TikTok at.
What the nuck?
You can follow us at Instagram on.
What the Nuck Pod?
At Instagram on?
You can follow us at YouTube at.
Power through.
What the nuck?
Thank you for listening, and as always. Yeah, I knew there was nothing that stunned him. Goodbye.